It's so sad, guess who's back from the land of the nomads, land of the scallywags, land of the toe rags, land where they don't Snapchat and they don't dab. We were fractured to fragments, it's so sad. We were captured as chapters in notepads, where the have-lots drug from the don't haves, where the caps locks lost in the phone tap emojis, minus emotion and vocab. 7 years past, let me brush you for part 2. Never let them tell you what you can and you can't do. They don't know where you stand cause they aren't you. Love yourself to the core even when it's hard to cry no more. Shout and sing, violence to silence the loudest thing. They don't know about the power the Shaolin brings. Place a rock for a mountain that outlives him like Malcolm did. We are out of sync and out of time by the sound of things. Arms long like Dowson is how to win. Best murder machine gets crowned the king. But what about the voices that can't be heard? Breast barons witch hunt like McCarthy purge. You're lying to yourself, the past seems worse. Cause I can get dark, more dark than a dark more. I can get dark like a dark night and dark more dark like dark 4 at 4:30 a.m. So why you dummies getting dark for? Not shy to defend it, don't try to prevent this. A mind is tremendous as Einstein or Midas. I meant this, I rise from the trenches like Vikings. I'm fighting for my independence. My rhymes are relentless, like a right to your dentures. Your rhymes are as violent as fencing. My rhymes are offensive, as violent as Genghis through pride and resentment. Misers cry to lament this. How foul could your mouth be? How could you doubt me? That's random, like a row with a mountain. Or an Lowkey driving his Audi to Saudi or push a flare making rap albums about peace. You ready for the rumble, headed for a tumble. Definitely better any veteran among you. They should have told you if anybody loves you, a level of relevance you will never get above to. I murk it with ease, burn it indeed. Merge with the beat like the birds and the bees. They want food for thought, I will serve them a feast. Not commercial, believe that I nurture the niche. Much love to those doing reaction vids. Rap kids act big, but a tacticless. Better off practicing mad backflips with a bad slip disc and fractured wrists. Who mastered this? Know what the answer is. Who's got bars that carve to the heart of this? Regardless, I blame SP for starting this. What's fire in the boot to an arsonist? Guys don't make me rap, guys don't make me rap, guys don't make me rap. Might go crazy, I was fire in the boot to a pyromaniac. Please bro, he don't need no heat though. Was fire in the boot to the Dragon Ricky Steamboat. 7 years out, never feared out. Any peers proud, whatever the weather, better clear out. You're a mere mouse, I'm here now to tear down what you care about. Mayor's clout can never compare now. Back worse than ever before. Rebel with a cause you could never ignore. If anyone thought I never did it with metaphors that were better than yours, I rendered the sentiments several resources. Let them have a bite, but that was bad advice if you fraternize. Know what man I like when I'm asinine pantomime's got you paralyzed. Panoramic mind when I strategize, agonize, analyze for a spat of rhyme, merciless mystic birth as a misfit journalistic gift with the verbalist instinct. They heard that I did this, cursed as an infant but burst with a verse like the first in existence. Billionaires, they don't want Corbyn in, we nearly are there. Hit him with a 4-kick spin, they're silly and scared, running on a 4-fit ting. Hearing impaired, thinking I'm a Nordic king. We fought the cowards of corporate towers, trying to force them out the corridors of power. And the tastemakers were sort of sour, vultures circle, leave the corpse devour. But I'm back now. Let's keep going. Give me the next one. 50 down. 150 bars for the redistribution of power. Listen. Power to those that read yell hooks.
Power to those that sell books. Power to those who know how the inside of a cell looks. He thought was rotten in the garden. No good tomorrow isn't tarnished. More than some PhDs. Power to those that keep their keys, return his promise, please believe. Power to those that suffer in silence, those it hurts to hear. Power to those that hold their ground, power to those that persevere. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably Drake, Donald Trump's child. Power to the blind, they can't imagine what sight is. To those staring at the moon and all those working night shifts. Power to the readers. You're a bait bod. Who next? Colonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones who will struggle to make friends on the heart of humanity. Worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the coping from the ground. For the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in. Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing with. Doesn't rap about killing. Buildings that outlive them. Streets that never had a right to vote. Those that writing home. Power to those who died alone. Azzy. Forced into piracy. In a library that we turn to in a time to need. Power to the unions and the miners that you're punished.
flourish. Power to those that drive the buses and those that collect the rubbish. Power to the youth desiring the truth. Power to every rapper that is dying from a fire in the roof. For those that lost limbs to King Leopold's culture, and those risking their lives from the P&O to Dover. Power to union leaders murdered by Coca-Cola. Power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra. Power to those dying on the shores and the borders. Power to human beings that were rendered fauna and flora. Power to those that cleaned up after the stage show and carnival goers still haunted by Kelso Cole Cranes. Goes power to his picture taunts us ever after so many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to El Jawahiri and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese steel preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it. Printed press half a millennium. Never get close. Power to Ken Loach and every volunteer in Lesbos. Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passengers on the USS Indianapolis. Dying days before they can see what little boys damaged it on the precipice of fascism. Our passengers is cancerous. Power to those still strong enough to dream. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those that sleep on the streets through grey weather. Power to Aziz Ali and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Power to Norman Baker, David Kelly's owner artery. Power to the genocided population of Tasmania. The internet descends to Trump-tastic fantasia. Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad, but the globe's under attack. The obnoxious rage of a fake intellectual. Amazing grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found the race is selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal. I don't want to tempt fate. Power to corpse washers like Salvador Allende. Power to language learners from Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose in a utopia of song. We are victorious, but the bittersweet reality is not this glorious. Power to Coltrane watching Malcolm X. Power to Paul Robeson under house arrest. Power to Galileo under house arrest. Power to Ibn Haytham under house arrest. Forgive me if I sound obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably think I couldn't come back and kill the alphabet.
Oh, yeah.
We're down to the last 50 before Orientalism. Quincy Tones. Let's do it. El Khawarizmi estimated the circumference of the globe at a time when Europe thought the earth was flat and couldn't tell the time of day. The astrolabe paved the way for the clock. Now I'm about to turn it back. Was the Qanun of Ibn Sina perceived as backwards when Oxford scholars deemed
bathing a heathen practice.
History from Aristotle to Al-Kindi as we gather innovations of Ibn Haytham to Da Vinci and the camera. Us Roger Bacon, Galileo, and Adela, the Parthian and Charter before Copernicus. Century and a half, House of Wisdom books weight in gold. Answers to conundrums, Cheng Ho sailed the sea before the Gama anchor numbers. You are not who they say you are. You're blessed with a choice. Here since the 700s, look at King Office coins. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. There's a crater named after the moon on the moon. Civilizations build on each other, not each to their own. My question, if people are equal like the teeth of a comb. Word Jahith, Mansa Musa, Malik Najashi, Abid. I didn't think so, but it seems Sha'bi Nasi what I need. Check yourself, check Raphael's depiction of Ibn Rushd. Think twice, study history, give it a different look. Curriculums literally littered with pitfalls of ridicule. Fatima al-Fahri founded one of the oldest still existing schools. It's deeper than some rhymes I'm providing for the listener. No surprise for a spitter, the word cipher came from Sifr. Is the next Yunus Mahmoud among 4 million orphan babies? What if your son Mardini wasn't able to swim to safety? It could be Steve Jobs is starving under Hisar. It would be Zor Hadid just died in the Infajar. Through your blood flows Gilgamesh and Abu Nawas. Your future's bigger than the pain of your present and your past. Strive to be free, for none struggled for independence. He wasn't alive to see the countrification, alienation, souls left so scarred. Idara the wahash, decapitations on postcards. The occupier left behind all forms of stigma. Insidious settlement of the mind is more malignant. From the ashes of war, no phoenix that human is lost. We learned Idara the wahash from Masu and Lacoste. They learned resistance from Mahib Khurshid, and Layla Khalid learned about Jamal from Bu'azza Bubasha and Buhari. The Fab the Qadir was reburied in Al-Jazair. That's the proof return will come for diaspora of the Nakba, not the first or the last to break free from the guillotine yesterday in Jazair. Palestine, not the first or the last to break free from the guillotine yesterday at Jazair. Tomorrow, Palestine, my love letter to the past. This is my love letter to the future. This is my love letter from the heart. Cause you don't know how beautiful you are. This is my love letter to the past. This is my love letter to the future. This is my love letter from the heart. Cause you don't know how beautiful you are. 200 bucks.